Okay, today we're going to do something a little different, but we've done it with adding and subtracting. Today we're going to relate multiplication to division. What that's called is using the inverse operation, and we have that word in our journal, so we'll come back and put an example later. So inverse operation is using the same number. Multiplication and division are opposites. So we're going to use the same number. If we're going to do a division problem, we're going to use multiplication. So we're going to use the inverse operation. Let's talk a little bit about a division problem. When you have a dividend, that's the amount you have. So in this division problem, I have 500. The divisor, which is the 10, is the amount of a group you are breaking the dividend into. So I have 500 and I want to break them into 10 equal groups. My quotient is the value or the answer to the division problem. Once I break this 500 into groups of 10, how many will I have in each group? That is our quotient. All right? So let's move on and let's do a different division problem. 52 divided by 4. Here is my dividend. Here's my divisor. We are going to think the inverse operation, so we're going to think multiplication. So I'm going to take what I have, my 4, and I'm going to times it, times my quotient, I don't know what that is, equals my dividend. So I'm going to think 4 times what will get me to 52? Well, I really can't think of that to get it equally, so I'm going to use my distributive property to figure that out. I'm going to use an array to help me with this. So I have 4 over here, and in here I have a total of 52. How can I break that up evenly? So I'm going to think about it. 4, here's my distributive property, and I'm going to do 4 times I don't know plus 4 times, remember when I distribute it out, I distribute it out evenly, times I don't know will get me to 52. So my first one I'm going to do as well, I'm going to try and take something simple that I know. Well, I know 4 times 10, so 4 times 10 equals 40. So I have 40 up here. What do I have left over to get to my 52? Well, I have 12. So 4 times what will get me to 12? My line should be more like this, but so 4 times what will get me to 12? Well, I know 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 equals 12. If I put those together, I get 52. Now, what did I put to get those squares? What did I put here? Well, I took a 3 and a 10, and if I do 10 plus 3, I get 13. My answer is, my value of it is 13. 52 divided by 4 equals 13. This is one way to work a division problem. Let's do one more. So let's do 108 divided by 6. So I'm first going to think multiplication. So 6 times I don't know what will equal 108. I'm going to make my array. I'm going to put the 6 here. And now I'm going to do my distributive property down here. So I have 6 times something. And plus 6 times something is going to equal 108. So the first thing I know, and I always take something that I know and it's simple, I can do 6 times 10 will get me to 60. So if I do 6 times 10 plus 6 times I don't know yet equals 108. So if I have 108 and I've used 60 of it. I have 48 left, so 6 times what will get me to 48? Well, that was my favorite fact. So 6 times 8 equals 48. So I have to add together 10 plus 8, and I get 18. My answer is 18. All right, is what I would like you to do now with your partner is I would like you to go to page 51, and I would like you to work the problems. We just did number 2. We just did that one. Do 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 together on your whiteboards, please. If you are having trouble working the distributive property, please call me over and I will help you work it through. Then, once you have those done, I would like you to go back to your journal. I would like you to put in, whoops, sorry. The inverse operation, find it, and do a quick inverse operation sample. So I would do 4 times 8 equals 24. The inverse operation is 24 divided by 8 equals 4, or 24 divided by 4 equals 8. So I just did the inverse. Here I'll circle these so that I know. You can put an example of here I did 4 times 8. Now you can see it. You can also do an example of a division problem first, and I could do 24 times 2 equals, and I could do the inverse. Oh, I'm sorry. 24 divided by 2 equals 2 times what equals 24, and that's the inverse operation. We'll take one, then your assignment will be, your assignment is page 53, and I would like you to do numbers 2, 5, 8, 9, and page 54, all of it.